Welcome back to the channel. Can this CASIO GBD-800 be the alternative for this Apple Watch? Well, this Apple Watch is basically a full-blown computer that can do a whole lot of things. But it's also very expensive and it requires often, software updates, and you need to recharge it like every 2 nights, and good luck changing the battery when a battery goes bad. So that's the downfall of this. So this can count your steps and it can give you the hour. What about that? So there's only one thing that bothers me, and it's that negative display. Look at that. Look, I can't see that. So how about today we change that, turn this into a positive display. Let's remove the straps and get inside this watch. All right, so this watch has like these special adapters here, so they feel more comfortable on your wrist, but at the same time it makes it very difficult to or not difficult, just not very friendly to remove straps. As you can see, with some long and sharp spring bar remover, you could get at it. Like right now, I'm not even seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, this one wants to give me a problem. Let me see. Oh boy. I bent it. You can see it is uncomfortable, so plan on having a problem with this. All right, let's use the big boy. Nope. Let's switch this side. Switch to the lefty side. Nope. I think I'm about to get it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There, I got it. Woof. And by the way, I really like the colors on this watch. Black buns, but I think they missed an opportunity here with the screws. The screws either should be black or this red anodized color. So maybe I could do that, something about that. Let me get my little tray here. What do you think? Should I go black with the screws or red anodized? All right, so this is the inside of the watch. to remove it. Let me see if I can pull from up here. Here is the module. This is the case. Put that to the side because I don't need it. Let me see if I could remove this battery, because we're gonna have to take this apart to remove that LCD. Yeah, I can see it right here. So press, see, you can see, applying pressure, poke and lift. Separate the tape from the battery. Remove the battery. And we have here a Panasonic 2025. As you can see. Right. No screws in the back. So all I gotta do is unclip. Okay, that should be good enough. Gotta keep an eye on that spring. Here goes the spring. The LCD lifted with everything. There. Got the board. Here is the LED. And very important part here is this right here. Make sure you don't lose that if you are trying this, because that's what makes the connection between the LED and the board. Put the LED here. Zebra stripe. Here is the other zebra stripe. LCD. This is just the light diffuser, which I don't have to separate it, but just want you to see. I like when it has these little foam tapes attached to it, because this has, as you can see, it has a shiny side. Well, this one is shiny on both sides, but sometimes on these watches, one is shiny and the other one is like matte. And you can see that the shiny side goes towards the back of the LCD. Keep that in mind. Good thing is there is no springs. So the LCD goes here. And all we got to do now is remove that polarizing film and add a new one. All right. I'm getting the feeling here. I found that if I add glue gun at this stage, it really doesn't do anything. So I like to take this apart and then add the glue gun. Let me see if I could slide this in. Oh, sorry, out of frame. This plastic plastic blade is not thin enough. I gotta lift more. So let me go around, round and round. Good thing is once you get it, does a good job of lifting. Let me zoom out so you can get a better view. I'm going to use that as a template later to cut the new polarizing film. Now, I'll add the glue gun. Glue gun. And you really got to let this work. Don't force it. Just let it sit. The longer you let it sit, the easier it's gonna be to remove that glue residue. I'll be back and I'll let it sit for maybe 30 an hour. I don't know yet. Almost there. You can see I still have a little bit of glue. The glue on this one wasn't that bad. It's been 30 minutes. So based on my experience, the more expensive the watch, the more problematic the glue residue. And by the way, I just sprayed some isopropyl alcohol almost got it. Almost got it. That little speck doesn't want to come out. It's important that you take it out because then the new polarizing film will not sit flat, and it's gonna look weird. You hear that? That's what you want, that sound. All right, let's get the new polarizing film. All right, so if you're new to this, I like to do the next step in a white, on top of a white piece of paper, because it's easier to define how to place the polarizing film. Polarizing film comes in different colors. This is just going to be like an original one from Positive Display. This is a polarizing film with adhesive. As you can see, it has a 2 and a 1. So the 1 is the side with the adhesive, and that's the side going down. So you would put it here, and you can see that would turn it negative just the way we had it. You turn it, and now we have it positive. Negative, positive. So I have to cut it like this. Find a spot. I will use the one I remove as a template. I tend to cut it just a little bit smaller. That way it's easier to apply. And once I'm happy, because I no longer have the tags, before I cut it, I place one of these little dots to let me know which side is up. Color coding labels. I'll leave you guys a link down below, because yes, you can use Sharpie, but once you start touching it, the Sharpie is gonna disappear. All right, so let me get my my squeegee and apply this. All right, just clean this. I'm holding it here, not letting it drop. Now I gotta remove. This is very difficult to do without with gloves, so this is how I do it. If I touch it, I gotta start all over again. Now, if you're gonna do this, most likely you're not gonna be recording, so it's gonna be a lot easier for you. Okay, I want to put this like this. There is polarizing film without adhesive, but I feel that you get sharper digits with adhesive polarizing film. I'm pressing in the middle, trying to get it center as possible. Just dropped it. So the closer to the LCD the polarizer is, the better the resolution. That's what I think, at least. Same thing with if you're gonna add like a color filter. So now I can remove this. Look, but I'm gonna do that after I assembled everything. I just want to make sure that I don't have any bubbles on that polarizing film. It looks good. Once you remove this, let me see if I can put it back. That's good. All right, let's get to building. So the flat spot is 12 o'clock. For those of you that were not taught to read an automatic watch, 12 o'clock means top. 6 o'clock means bottom. Okay, that's what it means. Let's get the LCD. Not focusing. There. You see how it has two colors? The metal goes towards you. White goes towards the LCD. I'm gonna grab it like this and drop it right there. Like that. Right there. That's your opportunity. Take a screenshot. Peace. All right, so here comes the light diffuser. Remember, this part goes towards the LCD. Be very careful not to lift the LCD out of place. As you can see, it hooks here and here, so it doesn't move. So now, before putting this, you need what we call the zebra stripe, which it's what connects the LCD to the board. I call it the motherboard, like it's a computer. Some people call it a circuit board. All right, so we follow the pattern. Flat is the what? The top. Good. It's pretty simple. No crazy springs. There it is. The only springs that we have to worry about is for the speaker. Get it? You can see there is a bigger side. That is the part that goes from the back, this hole right here. Where'd it go? Just went straight through. Because I put it in the wrong hole. See, I can't see if I don't put in my double goggles. Yeah. You see that little step right there? You gotta make sure that little springs hooks to that. All right, let me see. I don't like grabbing springs. Let me make sure, yeah, it's right here. Like that. So once it's in, I hold it like this. That way it doesn't fall. I find the spot as a guide. And I place it in. And now see, it's coming together. Get the chassis here. Align everything. Double check that every clip is in. Because sometimes you can miss it. All right, moment of truth. Let's install the battery. Make sure it's clean. Fingerprint. Before I flip it around, let's find the AC spot. Right there. Follow the arrow. So there's 3 is the biggest one. You see there's 3 dots. It's the biggest one. So I'll slide this in here, touch it like this, and I should have done an AC, and we're in business. Now we have a positive display. Now I could remove this protective film and install the module in the watch. Let me see if I can get it. Beautiful. Nice and clean, but I'm still gonna wipe it down. Now remember, on this watch, that's a button right there. So I'm gonna slide it in like this. Let me get my little clips here. Push in the buttons. Voila. I like the color. It looks just like the green version that has a positive display. Yeah, there's something here, but it's on the outside. I gotta clean that glass. All right. Let's lube that O-ring. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a brand new watch. Brand new watch. Never used it. Never been used by anybody. Bought it last year. And it's never been, I think it's been out of the box 1 or 2 times. I did a short on it. All right, you get the plastic spacer here. Make sure you align the spring with the tab. Those 2 are the connection for the speaker, and that's the speaker right there. Casio goes to the top. And now we could install the little screws. You know what? I should have painted the screws while I waited for the glue gun to work, but I didn't. Guess I gotta do it now. All right, so the way I do this is, okay, let me take this off. I gotta take my double goggles on. I do 1, 3, 2, 4, back to 1. This is when I'm applying pressure. 3, 2, back to 4. Check it out. That's the dual time zone. You can put the world time that you want there. Alarm. Let's check the light. Make sure everything's working. Bam. All right. All right, check it out. Why did I remove the bezel? Because this is how you check how good of a job you did placing that polarizing film. Pretty good. And with this button, you can count the steps. So that's connected to the app. To connect it to the app, you gotta go through the steps first. You gotta input your module number, but once you do it once, you then press this button here. You get that, and you'll get that on the screen. Get the light out of the way so you can see. Get the light out of the way. All right, so here you can control everything. The alarm. You turn on the signal. So I got to press here, send it to the watch. Send to the watch. Notice how I got that little bell now. All right, so if I go to world time, this is where you will set your other time zone here. Your key sounds. If you want the watch to sound when you press the button, this is where you set it. I don't press the button now because if I do, it'll disconnect from the app. Light, 3 seconds, and the auto light. So when I go like this, I tilt it, it'll go on. If I want to turn that off, I put it here, send to the watch. And now when I go like this, it doesn't turn on. And you can control if you want to switch, if you travel to that place, to Iceland, and you want to switch out the main time on the main screen, you can do it from your phone. And summertime, I always leave that in auto, DST. You can download and view the manual from here too. You can do a lot of things. And also took advantage and I painted the screws. So let's put it together. All right, so that bezel covers up a lot of real estate on that glass. So let me see. So it's only been, I think it's only been like an hour since I painted the screws. Hopefully they're dry enough. All right, let's leave it like that for now. Let's put in the straps, which are a pain in the royal ruckus. All right, so let me press down here first. Make sure it's in there. And then I come back over here. They're not easy, I'll tell you that much. They're not easy to put in. So that side went in. Now this side came out. But gotta hold it there. And now I gotta come in there. There, I got it. And just to make sure, whenever you do spring bars, go back in here and push it in to make sure that it's sitting all the way in and it doesn't come out in the future if you gotta do any type of strength or anything. But you know, the first side you do is easy because you know you don't have a strap on the other side bothering you. Look, it came off. They really did something with this watch. Should be on now. Should be on. This is the type of watch that they had to do like a quick disconnect or open this up a little bit more. But you know, I guess they figured whoever buys this watch is not gonna take off the straps. the other side. Look. And the problem is that you run the risk of scratching the watch. Look. Back to the other side. Give me a minute. All right. Turns out that it's a lot easier when you don't have a camera in front of you, but they're in. And I also screwed the bezel screws all the way in. Look at that. Doesn't that look better? And by the way, this button here rotates if you want. That's not blood, that's paint. So that's gonna be it, guys. Let me know what you think. I think it came out pretty nice. The Apple Watch alternative. Peace out.